So, Irina, you're wrong.
Ouch.
I did this speech in micro, ninth period.
You
today.
told me you were done with it.
No,
Yeah, you told me that.
he's done with the ideas.
Oh my god.
Alright, so last year for my VP speech, I gave a speech that was kind of oriented around me. That was for VP. I lost president. Everyone knows that. So I'm gonna give a speech right now that actually has nothing to do with me specifically, because throughout this whole entire year, there's been stuff that I've been wanting to tell all of you that I haven't and I should have gotten out. It's a couple of life lessons, I guess you could say, but most of them, the three that I have, do pertain and are in reference to this club. The first one was that if you look around you, you'll see certain people sitting in certain places. And if you look very carefully, actually you don't even need to look carefully, you'll see the same people sitting in the same seats every week. And if you take another look around the school, you'll see the same people who are sitting in the same places, who are in this with each other in the school as well. My first message to all of you is don't do that. Just straight up. It's great to have a really close-knit group of friends, but if there's anything I learned within the 4 years in this school, it's that you'll get the best experience out of getting to know different people. You should absolutely keep the friends that you make in your freshman year, your sophomore year. Keep them. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, because they're the ones that you're going to rely on most. If, of course, you don't get involved in drama and start talking, that kind of stuff. But what you have to realize is that diversity is one of the greatest things that one can experience. It's one of the greatest ways that you could learn to speak better, to write better, to do anything and everything better. And the key is diversity. Not necessarily racial, but personal as well. I have never had a single friend group. In sophomore year, I kind of had one with all the guys. Stuff happened. We broke up. Wow, that's not wow. No. We weren't really as close anymore. We're not as close now. I don't have a friend group. I have a bunch of friends who are in different groups, and I prefer to have it that way. It's just something good, and instead of just having friends within Key Club, you should really focus on the ones that are not just in this club as well. That way you could maybe one day bring them in, show them what this club's about, make them have a good time as well. But keep that diversity throughout all your 4 years here, because in the end, that'll make it a lot easier. I haven't been to college yet, but I'm almost certain that it'll make it easier when you meet new people in college as well, and later in life. The second is never forget what this club's about. I've never really been one for the traditions within the club, to be completely honest. I've been, I guess, a little different from most board members in terms of, well, number one, I've probably been the weirdest one ever. But, it's tradition. You could view it in different ways. I don't view it as important as the message that this club sends, that you should be reaching out, that you should be branching to make a difference. Just stick to the message, not so much the name, And when you do all of this is going to sound a little off, but don't expect any recognition. And I know that sounds a little weird, but you have to remember that being here, it's not about yourself. And that's something that I can't stress enough. This club, Key Club, is not about you. It's about you branching out to help other people. And that's something that you have to remember. Because recognition, and I'm going to sound like Yoda right here, but wanting recognition leads to arrogance eventually, and you don't want that. You want to be as selfless as possible, because Sure, some people say, oh yeah, he has the right to be arrogant, he has the right, but that's not going to make everyone love you. That's going to make everyone hate you. Do something because you want to do it and because you feel that it's right, not because you want to be recognized for it. Most of the time in this club, people will say thank you at events, people will say thank you within the meetings and everything, but just don't make that the most important thing. Which is kind of what the third message is about awards. We won the most awards I think that we've ever gotten, most likely. I'm not sure because I don't know the years, what's gone on in the past. Last year we did win a lot. I'm gonna tell everyone something. I did not want to apply for distinguished or outstanding vice president originally because I thought it wasn't important. Jimmy convinced me otherwise. He told me that the award is more for the club members than myself, and I said, why not? Of course, I decided to apply for it 12 hours before the award was due. So it was rough for me. Lillian was nice enough to email Mr. Goldstein, the awards head. I emailed Goldstein, I emailed the guy who's in charge of the awards, and she vouched for me, and I applied. I stayed up until 1 in the morning doing it. But now I'm thinking, was it actually worth it? Did I actually deserve the award? To be completely honest, for me, I don't know. That's for you to decide if I deserve to get outstanding or not. Because in the very beginning of my term, I was always here. And then once January hit, a lot of stuff that had to do with college came up, which led to a lot of family stress, which was why I couldn't be here. I'm not going to look for any excuses because that's just wrong. But you guys deserve to know why I wasn't here in the latter half. Not the latter half, but the latter, like, let's say 1/4. You know, a lot of it has to do with family, and I wanted to be here, but it's been really rough for me, especially. So whether or not I deserve the award is for you to decide, not me. But about awards, I don't want to say that they don't matter, but to me they don't. Again, with recognition, you're not in this club for recognition, you're in this club because you want to do something better, something beyond recognition. And if you get it, hey, that's great. But don't force yourself to. Don't do something just because you want to win an award, because the truth of the matter is, it's like a Nobel Prize winner. You get the money, that's great. You get your certificate or your trophy, whatever they get. But no one's really going to remember after a while. You know? No, after 10 years, everyone's going to be like, who won it? But to yourself, you'll always remember, and the people who you're closest with will always remember, and that's what's important, not some random person you see on the street. The people around you are the ones who know what you've done, how much good you've done. It's the most important thing, you and the ones you love. Remember that, and you'll be fine. Abolish whatever arrogance you have, whatever need for recognition you have, because I was an attention whore. Pardon my language, but I was a huge one. And then after my junior year hit, I was just like, you know what, it's not getting me anywhere. Arrogance will never get you anywhere in the long run. As for the club itself, remember to branch out. Never stay within your friend groups 24/7. Diversity is key. Get it? Key club? Okay. And those are the most important things. I leave that message for you guys. Remember it. It'll make your life a lot easier. So now, take off that hoodie. I ain't pinning you through that hoodie. Off the hoodie, please. I'm gonna invite Timmy. Oh, and also, do yourselves a favor, don't be fake. That's another point.
Keep it on.
Okay, fine. Alright, so Jay gave me a pin last year that the previous VP gave me. I will give that to you later. As we all know, I've been very unconventional and strange. Thus, I have 2 pins for you. You get to choose. One is from the Pacific Northwest in 2012. It has moved on. You're not getting this one. You're just kidding. I'm going to give you this one. It's a beaver with a nice little song. In recognition that your position is the most unconventional because, frankly, in the very beginning, you'll have no idea what you're supposed to do. There's no job description. So you get a weird thing. Thank you, Herman. When you look at this, not even when you look at this, in general, just remember that even though they're your friends, you have all of those people to count on too, and who count on you as well. You can't just stay with them forever. Like, stay with them forever, but not, 24/7. Remember what I said about arrogance. Remember what I said about wanting recognition, and you'll be fine. And remember that the people and the people we help come first, not yourself. Thank you, promise.
Jellyfish. Kenji, down. Kenji.
Alright, peace.
Wow.